In this presentation, we're going to import the bank data file into our accounting software. We're going to be using the CSV file. In order to do so, you should have access to that CSV file so you can import along with us and follow along the way. Let's get down to business with Sage Business Cloud Accounting. Here we are in our Get Great Guitars company summary page within Sage. We're now going to be uploading the information for the CSV file. You should have access to that file. It's going to be the data file with a CSV mark. We're looking for the one for March. So it's going to look like this. We got the bank data to upload from March. That's the data we're going to be uploading. Remember, that data is going to reflect kind of the financial information that would be on basically your bank statement. However, it'll be in a different format, in the raw data format, such as this. In essence, having 3 columns that are going to typically be added, that being the transaction date, the amount, the description. We're imagining this information being given to us from the bank. We downloaded it from the bank, the raw data. Now we're going to be uploading it to our system. So I'm going to close this back out. We're going to get back into Sage over here. And there's a couple ways we can get into the banking information. You could do so here. I tend to think that the little banking up top is the easiest or the most prominent way to go, even more prominent than that summary page. So I'm going to go into there. We have our checking account on the left. That's the one I want to upload to. We have the 2 ways we can get the data from the bank. We can go to directly with a connection. We here are going to be uploading. So we're going to be uploading this information, imagining we took this and downloaded this data from the bank and now going through the importing process. Note, within the importing process, we have the files that are recommended, the QIF, the OFC, the CSV. We are going to be uploading the CSV, which is kind of like an Excel sheet, but it's going to, or a spreadsheet type of program that has no formatting. It's reduced the formatting so it doesn't mess up, the upload process for all the cool formatting stuff that Excel has. So I'm going to go to the choose upload, and we're going to locate that document. See if I can find the document over here. We're going to say it's on this location. I'm pasting in the page. I'm going to make this a little bit larger so that we can see them as icons. And we want to be picking up the data for March. So it looks like this. It's a March CSV file. Looks kind of like an Excel file, but no, it's a CSV file. So I'm going to double click on that, and we're going to upload that information. So I'm going to keep it at that for now, and I'm going to go and see if we can upload that information. Now, I did get the information loaded, but there was a bit of a problem in terms of the name, so I adjusted the headers, and that information should be okay in the file that I provided you. So the first thing you want to check is just make sure the headers are correct. So I'm going to upload or just show you the file here, the downloaded file or the example file that they will provide you with. Here it is, and I changed our headers to be exactly what these headers are in order to upload this information. Now, if that still doesn't work, then what you want to do is take their test file, which does upload. If you take their test file and upload it to the system, it works. So the last thing I would try is save this document, save their test file, and then take your information, line it up in the same column, so you have the same columns lining up, and then just simply copy the data and bring that over to the data over here. Just paste it over their data, and that way you'll have the format of the sheet will be formatted exactly like their example sheet, and you're just going to basically put in the data, and then that's the last thing I would try if you're having problems in importing the information. But we got the data in there. Here it is, so you can see the information, and this is what I would call kind of like the limbo screen, the Sage Bank Feed limbo screen that we're going to have to add more detail in order to get it fully functioning in the system for the financial statement. So in other words, let's go out of here first and then go back into it just so you can see what is going on. If I went back out then to the accounting thing up top, and that'll take us back to our summary tab, and then I go back into the banking. Let's go back into the banking now. And now we'll see a screen that says we have these 13 items down below. So this is where we're going to be going a lot from this point forward. We're going to the banking. Then we've got these 13 items that we need to import transactions. These are the imported transactions that have been imported. And now we're going to have to add the details so that we can use this information to populate the bank. Now, obviously, you can take a look at this screen and you can remove the data here. We've got the match, create, and transfer information to make the financial transactions. In essence, this being the financial amount of the financial transaction. And then if we need to create a transaction, we can create it. Or if we need to match it up against an existing transaction, we can do so, or use the transfer as well. I'm going to right click on the tab up top and make a new tab now. I'm going to right click on this tab. And I'm going to make a new tab so that I have this tab to the left and I can open another tab to the right that we can do stuff with. I want to just open the financial statements just to show that the financial statements don't have this information as of March or 2020 in it. So I'm going to go to the Sage or Accounting tab up top again. That'll take us back to the summary page. And then let's just open up our balance sheet report. Let's go to the reports drop down. And then we're going to go to our balance sheet. So we're going to go to reports, balance sheet. I'm just going to change the date till the end of 2020. So the end of 2020, just to show that there's nothing in it for 2020 yet. So there we have it. And then I'm going to calculate. And you'll note there's nothing there. And you go, well, how is there nothing there? We just imported a bunch of bank fees. It should be creating something. If it created it anytime in 2020, anytime before this date, then something should be showing up here. Why isn't it showing up here? Because it's basically in Sage limbo right now. So we got it in the system from the bank, but Sage doesn't know what to do with it yet. It doesn't know where to put it because all it has is that raw data. It just has the amount and the date and basically the vendor or the customer. We need to now go through it, and that's going to be our task, of course, to go through these items and apply them out. Either match them out to an item that we had there in the past, which we don't have any because we're relying on the bank. We're on a cash basis. We're kind of relying on the bank to create the financial statements, or as we will be doing most of the time, creating a form for these transactions. And so that's what we'll be doing in future presentations. That's it for now. Let's get out of here.